So I made a video yesterday showing you the best loadouts for enchants, including like luck, diamonds, coins, tap, you name it, loot. So make sure you go watch that so you know the different loadouts you can use. Also, to reply to a few people who are saying that enchants don't diminish after the first or second, I did a test and I'm still, I still don't believe that. Let me just show you some stats real quick. So this is what I'm seeing, all right? So single pet damage, when you have 0 enchants on a pet, I was getting 4.67, and this is just a particular pet. I'm testing against the same exact item every test. Adding 1 enchant's going to give us 0.73 quadrillion more damage. We also have a second one here that's only giving us 0.72 quadrillion, and a third one is only giving us 0.5. So you can see it starts diminishing really quick. Like, it's good for the first 2, and then the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth continues to go down. Now, some people, you know, we're trying to show some math inside the comments. It just doesn't add up to me. This is what I'm testing. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing less and less damage the more enchants you add. I also saw this with diamonds and such. Enough about that though. Based on the last video, a lot of you are asking me, DB, can you do a ranked tier list of charms? And we're talking about these charms right here. So we got a lot of new charms with this last update. Of course, these are the old ones. We got bonus, agility, strength still. We got coins in here. We got some of the old ones here. The new ones are going to be criticals, TNT charm. We also have XP charm, which helps your pets level up faster. We've got lightning charm, and then we got overload, which is pretty interesting. You can add 2 extra charm slots. This one's pretty interesting because it does give you those extra slots, and but it does take 1, so we'll test that out in a second. But in this video, we're going to be testing out every single charm. Anyone that's been following me for some time now knows how much I dislike charms because it kind of ruins your pets. Like, I didn't even put any on these. This is a level 88, so we got 3 slots on that one. But you can see we got like some of these have charms. I didn't put these in here, I promise you. The only ones I did were like glittering, because glittering is actually really good because glittering still works while you're in trade plaza and such. So we'll hit that in a little bit, but I do have some glittering pets. Typically speaking, I like to put them on huge rocks because, you know, I don't really want to use it on my expensive or rare stuff. These are not, you know, very rare. So I usually put them on cheap huges. So that's what we're going to do today. Before I begin, if you want to know more about charms and want to see me ruin my huges instead of yours, hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. We're trying to get to 1 million subscribers this year. We're well on our way, and let's get rolling. We're going to check out the strength charm. This one does 30% more damage, and I'm going to show you with and without this strength charm. So I'm going to show you the damage with and then without. Okay, no enchants equipped. So I've got a strength enchant on my stealth bobcat. I did not put it on it. Just full disclosure. The only charms I like to put on stuff are glittering. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But you can see right here, this one is a level 41. This one's a level 41. Both I'm going to use for this test. So first, we're going to test out the huge pixel cat without the strength. And yeah, I have no enchants enabled. So let's go test out this damage. So we're seeing 22.7 quadrillion. 22.7, all right? So next to him was the stealth bobcat. This is the strength enchant, and he's doing 22.7. Interesting. He's actually doing the same amount of damage. 22.7. Again, let's make sure both have 32.5%. Yeah, okay. 22.7 on this guy. Let's check it again. 22.7. Yeah, so I'm not seeing a single bit of difference in the strength of these. So the pet's supposed to do 30% more damage, but they're not. So this is clearly one of the worst enchants you could possibly put on your pet. All right, up next, we're going to be trying agility. And no, I did not put agility on this precious hippo melon, dude. Like, seriously, who would put agility on this? Oh my gosh. Like, that ruins my hippo melon. So I'm going to show you this hippo melon with the agility charm, and I'm going to show you a pet without agility. Let's see if you can tell the difference. In fact, we're going to keep both pets out. So let's find a clean one. We'll put in the huge jolly. Do you see any speed difference? I do see a speed difference. But if you were to use a speed potion, yeah, I don't see much of a difference when you run speed. He's going fast. I mean, it's slightly faster looking, but do you really need that extra speed? Probably don't. You could just use a hasty flag as well. So yeah, I'm not really sure about this. I think it's probably one of the worst charms to put on your huge. I mean, there's so many other charms that are better, okay? Let's just say that. This is one of the worst charms. All right, next up, we're going to test out the diamonds charm. This one, it has your pets earn 10% more diamonds. This one's going to be a challenge to test, but let's see if we can figure out a way. So we're going to use a huge that does not have any charms on it right now. We're just going to run a couple tests. We're going to see what kind of ranges we break. So we'll go ahead and hit this one. So we got about 7 on that. Probably going to hit about anywhere between 9 to, I want to say, 21. There's 14. Typically, what I've seen is around 11 or 12. Yeah, it's 13. So this one's going to be really hard to see any kind of noticeable difference. Oh, that's 18. It's 11. That one was 20. So interesting, right? So this one should give us a bit more. Yeah, 9. Big difference, right? 13. All right, let's just do some basic maths on this. I don't think we even needed much to even test with this, but as you can see, it's not going to be a big difference. 10% more diamonds. Let's talk about that. So say you're grinding a zone for like an hour, and that zone you're getting about 600,000 per hour. You're not going to get 10% overall because it's just one pet that's breaking one item. It's not going to be like 10% overall because this one pet did a little bit of damage. Okay, you're not going to get 660,000 as a result of having this one charm. It would be super OP. Like you could put this on all your pets and then suddenly you're making like 500%, right? Now that's not really how it works. So you're probably going to only be getting maybe another 6,000 tops. So when you place that diamonds charm on here, you're probably only getting like 6,000 tops more per hour. I mean, I'm just guesstimating, but that's not really going to be, it's not going to be 660,000 per hour. And that's a top range. Okay. This is not worth it. Like even if you were doing like 10,000, 10% more is not going to be 11,000. It's just not going to work that way. It's going to probably be like an extra 100 or so. So it's not worth it. I'm just saying right now, it's not worth this. Next one we're going to cover is the coins charm. This one, your pet earns 25% more coins. This is going to be a little painful to test. I mean, I guess I could test on these like small stacks, the 3 stacks, but it's kind of RNG of what you get. So we got huge fluffy cat, and then we're going to use a pet that does not have one. We'll just use the huge marshmallow. All right, so this is the huge marshmallow. Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and attack this and see what we get. 236 of these sapphire coins. Now with it, we got 276. So 236 versus 276. Now, considering we only got 50 more sapphire coins, do you really think it's worth ruining your huge for a little bit more coins? I don't think so. Considering we're max and it's so easy to get max sapphire, I think this is probably one of the worst things you can place on your huge because you only need coins temporarily. For the most part, all you got to do is, throw a coins enchant on, or you could just get a coins potion, or you can throw a coins flag. There's so many different ways to get coins that this is probably one of the worst ones you could put on your pet. Between these two, I'd rather have bonus charm because at least with bonus, we have a chance to get bonuses for diamonds. So what this does is you have a 35% more likely chance to get a bonus. Let me show you what a bonus is. We're going to count how many times we break. So 1, here comes 2. So it should be like 3 in every 10, or probably 3 to 4 every 10. 7. We should have a bonus right now. Hello? No. 8, 9, yeah, 10. Again, it's only 35% chance. And this one only has, there's a bonus right there. So it's like, it took like 11 breaks, but what it does, it just gives you a little bit of extra. So if you were to put 2 of these, obviously you have a double chance of getting one. We do have a double bonus. Let's try one of those. There's one with 2 bonus. So if we're right, this should happen more often. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We should get one about now. 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. So number 9 did it for us. So yeah, I mean 9 to 11. So the thing about this, how much do we get out of a bonus? So typically speaking, we get up to like what, 12 to 20. There we go. So yeah, it gives us a little bit extra, but not a significant amount. So bonuses, in my opinion, are not the greatest thing to try to go for. This is probably one of the worst ones to put on your pet. And there's a reason why it only goes for like 4,000 each right now. I've got 11 of them. There's so many better ones. So now we're going to cover the criticals charm. This one, pet randomly inflicts critical hits. Now we don't really know the percentage because they don't reveal the percentage. So it must be completely RNG based. Similar, I mean, critical is already random like that anyway. All right. So without any critical enchants, we have 0 enchants enabled. We're going to go and use the charm, this critical charm. We're going to compare it to this scarecrow here. So we have a huge scarecrow cat that has no criticals, and we'll see how long it takes for us to get a critical on this compared to the zebra. So we'll just go and head over to the final zone. All right, here we go. We just passed a minute, just passed a minute and a half. No criticals. All right, we just hit 2 minutes, no criticals. So we're just going to swap this out now. It's going to take forever, clearly. So let's bring these guys out. Who's got critical on them? Let's see how long it takes for this one. All right, here he goes. Just past 30 seconds, no criticals. Just past a minute, no criticals. Just passing a minute and a half, no criticals. There we go. We finally got a crit. So a little bit over a minute and a half and we got a critical. Whereas the other one never got a critical within 2 minutes. Is it really worth having a charm like this? You know, a minute and a half, we could have had like diamonds from glitter. The question is it worth it? I would say no. Just put it on a critical enchant. You're going to get way more crits. Let me just show you. We're going to put a critical enchant. We're going to get way more crits. There's one right there. There's another one. We got 3 of them just now. Yeah, I mean, maybe if you were to combine this with a bunch of pets that have critical charms, I'm just, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. I would say it's not worth it. All right, so next we're going to use XP charm. This one's going to be tough because we have to measure, like it's 30% faster leveling. This one's going to be really, really tough to test, all right? So let's see. We got to find a pet that's similar level. Let's see if this one can level up before this one if we put it on here. I hate putting it on this one, but it's just a, you know, huge scarecrow cat. It'll level up. Eventually, I hope we can actually remove these later. I hate ruining my huges. But hey, this is for you, so make sure you subscribe, okay? I'm doing this for you. I'm ruining my huges for you. Let's equip both of those for this test, and we're just gonna see how they progress. So we'll put that one on and that one. This one's about to level, only needs 700. Let's put this one out too. So all 3 of them are gonna be breaking stuff. So let's go and see and watch their progress. So this one's at 1,790. We're really watching this one the most. This one has critical. It only needs 1,000 more. This one's still at 364. So to speed this up, what we're going to do is we're going to put a haste flag. Actually, we're going to use a shiny flag. We'll speed this up. This one only needs like 600 more. It's probably going to level first. This one's only at 440 still. Okay, this one went to 555. Doing a quick check-in. This one only needs like 200 more. This one is straggling. It's not really going to get ahead, I don't think, because this one only needs 600 more. This one needs a whole lot more, dude. It's 30% faster. It just doesn't seem like it's cutting it. Yeah, this one's already leveled. This one leveled so fast compared to this. So let's go to unequip that one. Okay, it's starting to pick up. It is starting to pick up. This one's at 1,500. Only needs 400 more. Only needs 200 more now. Yeah, this one, I mean, it's going just as fast. It does have criticals though. That might be helping it. Only needs 200 more. Yeah, it just leveled. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really like it. I think it's kind of bad. I mean, it can help level up your pets faster. We are seeing it. It's doing something. Do you really need it? I don't think so. Just grind more. Your pets are going to level up no matter what. Why do you need them to level up faster? It's kind of a silly charm. All right, the next one we're going to test is lightning charm. So this one, it randomly shoots lightning at breakables. Now, a lot of people are saying this works really well with the TNT one. We're not going to test that out. All right, let's see how long it takes. I think this one's going to take about a minute and a half. We'll see. We're at 20 seconds. Basically, I think this is just a lightning enchant. Oh, it just did it. But it didn't break it. It did it, but it didn't break anything. It was almost like a critical. Kind of just fizzled. See if we can get another one. It didn't take very long, though. All right, coming up on 2 minutes. I've only done it once. There we go. And it didn't do much. It's kind of weak. Yeah, I would say skip the lightning. Not very good. Like it did a little bit, but for, you know, it's like 1 a minute on average. Maybe a little bit longer, like 1:10. So next up is the royalty charm. This one, your pet does 40% more damage and earns 20% more diamonds and moves faster. It's pretty much the diamonds charm with a little bit of extra oomph because 40% more damage is pretty significant, right? It's kind of like pet strength mixed with the coins one, mixed with the diamonds one, and agility. So it's 4 in 1. Now, I can see putting this on your huges a little bit more, like the fact that it's basically 4 charms in 1. I could see that. We're gonna go and test it out right now. So typically speaking, you get about anywhere between, I'd say like 8 upwards to like 21 or 22 as far as diamonds inside here. But this is only gonna give us 30% more. So essentially it's like having a diamonds enchant, which is not bad. I mean, think about it, it's not bad at all. So let's go and try this out. It should be doing more damage too. We'll check the damage it's doing. Doesn't really, looks like it's doing 48. Definitely moving quick. All right, let's reset our diamonds real quick. See what we get from 1 stack. So we got 17 from that, 12 from that one, 19. We got a bonus, so that was 32. Yeah, I mean, it's doing pretty good. This is probably one of the better charms to even consider to put on your pet. It is expensive. It's not worth the cost right now. I'm definitely getting a lot more diamonds from it. It is attacking pretty quickly. Let's put another huge out here that is a similar level. Let's see. What level is this? Level 64. I don't know if I have a 64. Yeah, I do. I have a 64. So let's compare their damage, first of all, and speed together. So this one's doing 46, while this one's doing 48 damage. Now, remember, they don't do a lot of damage to diamond stacks, so don't get surprised by that. He's definitely working faster. This one's moving very slowly. Like, he's zipping. See, I mean, I guess this could be a good way to improve your normals if you had a couple of royals on there. I could see this being pretty useful. Like, I need to run more tests on royal charms. For the cost, though, I probably wouldn't even get, I wouldn't bother. Like, that is an expensive charm for the benefit. I would rather use enchants. I'd rather use other things than royal. Now, if I had unlimited gems, I'd probably buy those up and stack a few of my huges with it, because it does look like it's worth doing. It's basically an instant upgrade for a huge, as long as you don't want to use other enchants. But again, there's better enchants than this. Next one we're going to cover is the TNT charm. This one, pet randomly spawns TNT. We're going to see how long it takes for it to spawn TNT. I have a feeling this one's going to take like maybe 1.5 to 2 minutes for it to happen, but still really curious. A lot of people are saying that combining TNT with lightning is a really OP method. That might be the case, but we're going to just try these by themselves, right? We're not going to try combos today. Maybe down the road we'll try that, but yeah, we'll see if it can hold its own. All right, this huge chef cat has a TNT on it. Let's see how long it takes for us to get TNT. We just passed 30 seconds a bit ago. No TNT. Just past a minute. No TNT yet. Oh, there we go. TNT. Oh my gosh. Did you see that explosion? I feel like this one does more TNT damage than normal TNT. Let's check it. Let's check that, dude. Let's get him unequipped. Wow. That was exactly as I thought. 1.5, a little less than 1.5. Seems like that's kind of their setup. So let's do TNT. Let's just do a normal TNT drop. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. It does a lot of damage still. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much what the pet did. That's a really good enchant. Grind-wise, that's really good. If you only have one huge pet, that might be the one to go for. That's pretty good. That was pretty good. I still don't like putting charms on my pets, but if you could remove them, I definitely would put that on there. Is it better than glittering? No. Next, we're going to talk about glittering. This is one of my favorite charms, all right? We're going to explain why, and I hate showing you why, but this is pretty OP. In fact, I'm going to put these on some of my other ones. So glittering is probably one of the best charms you can possibly have on your huges. I don't think many people argue with that or debate that. If they do, I mean, the only thing I could say is, maybe if they added better glittering in the future or better enchants that do the same thing, then yeah, I probably wouldn't have done this. But I think this is probably one of the best charms in the game. This is why they're getting bought up. This is why the value skyrocketed for a bit. Let me show you something. So if we keep these guys, look, I just made 132. I'm just going to wait a little while, about 30 seconds, and we're going to make more. Oh, there you go. Another 132. So I'm making diamonds while here. The other thing that's crazy powerful about these guys, let me go over to the trade plaza. So you can see I'm just earning diamonds just passively while inside the trading plaza. Like you don't have to have VIP for this. You can pretty much just hang out right here. And while you're selling stuff, see how I just got another 83? While you're selling stuff, you're just going to keep getting these every, I think it's like every 30 seconds you get it. And there's another 25. There's another 34. 134 right there. That's a lot of diamonds. Like, we're getting a lot of diamonds just passively while we're selling stuff. There's another 150. So over time, this one kind of pays for itself. Like, imagine if you had a full team of huges with this glitter. This is, again, one of my favorite charms you could possibly place on your huges. Here's the downside for this, okay? So a lot of people don't realize how bad this one really can be if you get too much of it. So what happens with this is if you were to leave your pets over here and you went AFK overnight, what'll happen is they're going to spawn diamonds here and they'll never pick them up. So even with magnet flag, let me show you, because only your character can pick them up. So we put magnet out. We're just going to kind of get far enough away. So you're going to start seeing diamonds spawning in this area and they don't pick them up. See? They're just leaving a bunch of diamonds here. Let me free cam it. Because of this, what happens is your character's not nearby to pick them up despite the magnet flag. So they're just scattering them all over the place. And within about an hour, your game client's going to start lagging immensely. Like, the game gets really lagged. If you're away from these guys, hatching, for example, this will get really, really bad very quickly. It also happens near hatching. So if you have these guys equipped, so see how much I just got 589 from them. If you have these guys equipped over here, you're not auto farming with them. You're just kind of hatching. What's going to happen is they're going to place them all over the place while you're hatching, and you're not going to pick them up. So sometimes when you're over here hatching, it's not all the time, but if you're like up here and your pets are down here, sometimes, I don't know what it is, some kind of weird range thing, you'll start seeing like diamonds scattered around and you have to back up, and then it lags a bit because you're picking up like thousands worth of diamonds. I can't reproduce it right now, but it just happens randomly. I think it might be just server lag or just a bug. Really like this charm. All right, finally we got the overload charm. This one's going for like 5 million right now. It's kind of crazy. It adds 2 extra charm slots. Now we can see this being pretty powerful for one particular thing. We'll put it on the huge gecko. So if we put it on the huge gecko, we should still have 2 slots, which is kind of a joke. Unless this gives us 3 more slots. This is a joke of a charm. I'm gonna apply it right now. All right. Okay, it did. It gave us 3 slots. So it adds 2 extra slots besides its own. That's actually pretty cool. So this is probably one of the most friendly charms you could possibly use on any of your pets because of the fact that it doesn't take up its own space. It doesn't count it. So if you remember, this one only had 2 spots available to it, and now it has 3. So you basically just got a free slot. I mean, it's got 3 slots in it now. That's crazy cool. I would say this is definitely one of the best enchants you could possibly use. Now, can we place it? It says you can only be used once per pet. And that means if I were to use this on this, I don't want to do it, but if you can only use it once per pet, don't they all say that? Can you just infinite it? No, it doesn't. So this is the only one that says you can only use once per pet. So my assumption is if we were to place this inside of the slime, it would probably not add extra slots. It would probably just consume one of the slots and be kind of defective. So we don't want to ruin our pet to test that. Someone else test that. Someone else waste like 5 million on that charm and try it on their pet. I'm not going to do it. So anyway, there you have it. That is the tier list. It is, I would say Overload and Glittering are the best enchants in the game currently. Yeah, Royal's okay. TNT's OP. If you're going for damage, I think that one's about 2nd place for damage. For value, like grinding, I would say Glittering. So you could pretty much tie Glittering and TNT. I mean, if we're just talking about category wise, like TNT is definitely the best damager. I wouldn't really put Royal personally, or Lightning, or XP, or Critical. I wouldn't bother with most of those. So really, there's only 3 enchants worth anything in this game, and it's going to be Overload, Glittering, and TNT. The rest, I mean, you could just kind of keep your pets, you know, free of pain, free of penalty. I mean, can you imagine if we put Overload on this? This thing would have 6 charm slots. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite charm is in the comments below out of these. You know, maybe I missed something. Maybe you have some kind of OP tip that I didn't catch in this video. That can happen. So I could be proven wrong on some stuff. I'm open-minded to that. And it's okay for you to be wrong because I'm right. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I hope you like my videos. If you do, hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you in the next vid. Peace.